Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today, we continue working our way through Bernard Herrmann, backwards through the letter H. Oh, I've got so much Herman here, and so much of it's fun. Always fun to rediscover Herman because he wrote in such a varied way for so many different kinds of films. And always with his own personality somewhere in there. You can always tell who wrote it most of the time. But, whoa, what a vivid imagination he had. An unbelievable gift for scoring and using interesting instrumental combinations. As here in Beneath the 12-Mile Reef. This is the complete score as composed and conducted by Herman. This film was 1953. So, I mean, the sonics are not going to be totally crazy, but wow, what fun music for ocean scenes. He used something like 12 harps or something. I don't know. It's like just crazy numbers of harps and organ pedals for like the giant octopus. There's the giant, there has to be a giant tentacled thing somewhere in these movies. And there's a lot of music in here. It's 55 minutes of music. And it's when they go underwater that it's so much fun. And his seascapes with the strings swirling and the harps glissandoing, and it's all just swooshing and whooshing. And oh my goodness, it's so much fun. There have been modern versions of the suite from this. So there's more music and better sound, but this gives you the whole picture. And it's definitely worth hearing, absolutely. Oh, then we get Herman's serious stuff. James Sedaris and the Phoenix Symphony on Koch International Classics, which no longer exists. His first symphony, which is actually a very interesting performance because it's 2 minutes slower than Herman's own performance. And Herman was a notably slow conductor, but not in his own music. Not necessarily in his own music anyway. And I mean, the 2 minutes don't make any difference. You have very good sound, very good playing from the Phoenix Symphony. And it's coupled with William Schumann's New England Triptych. So it's a nice coupling of interesting American music. And Sedaris and Phoenix made some really fine recordings for Koch back in the day, most of which have long since vanished. Such a shame. Such a shame. But that was important because Herman's own recording, which is on Unicorn, and which we've talked about already in this series, was not easy to find for a long, long time. And then, yes, the world premiere recording of the complete Jason and the Argonauts. This was one of those Harryhausen claymation movies, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's got like the skeleton, and the skeleton in here is this one, Temple Dance, the Hydra. Yeah, there's the Hydra. Yes, the skeletons attack. Oh my goodness, the skeletons are great. This is so much fun. The Titans and harpies and mythological creatures. And here, look, there's the skeletons attacking, you know, from the movie. This features the Symphony of London and Bruce Boughton. It's on, what label is this? Entrada. Oh, it's from Entrada. Entrada does excellent work, fabulous work in the film universe. And my goodness, this is an absolute feast. In fact, it has a track called The Feast. It's only 59 seconds of feasting. But as always with Bernard Herrmann, the timing doesn't tell you anything about just how powerful the music is and how fulfilling it is to listen to on its own. So Jason and the Argonauts. Oh, wow, this is the world premiere recording of the whole sucker. Yay, 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 yay. Great stuff. This is the original soundtrack. Next is Jane Eyre. Next is, yes, here's Jane Eyre again. Not all of it. Not as much as in the complete score from Adriano, which is like 65 minutes long. This is much, much shorter. But this is composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann. This was from, the 1940s, I think, or something like that. And we also get, on the same disc, the Symphonic Suite, composed by Alex North for A Streetcar Named Desire, which is wonderful. Why, composers made suites of some of these pieces. They should be played. They should be played in regular symphony concerts, and they never are. They don't even get played in Pops concerts. But, you know, when you dig around for this stuff, you realize that there's tons and tons and tons of music that was actually arranged for concert use. And even if you don't want to do like, you know, complete scores, do the suites. Let's hear them, for heaven's sake. Well, here we can, so that's nice. That's conducted by Ray Heindorf. But Jane Eyre is conducted by Herman himself. And so there you go. It's that, and it's, you know, so-so sound. It's the way it goes. And then the original motion picture soundtrack, well, this is from the 50s, Fox Classics, composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Oh, I loved this movie when I was a kid. I really did. I mean, the big lizards, I mean, they looked fake to me from the beginning. But that ending, when the volcano, they get to Atlantis and they're in the bowl and the volcano erupts and they go shooting out the top of the volcano, like that's really going to happen in real life, like they would survive that trip. But I didn't care. I mean, there's a lot of rock insulating them from the lava down below. But here is the complete score. Let's see, it's produced by Nick Redman, composed and conducted by Bernard Herrmann. And they don't tell us really anything. Well, I mean, of course they do in the booklet. This is a Varese Sarabande recording from Fox Classics. And oh my goodness, when was this? I don't know. I can't even tell. It doesn't even say. I mean, it does say in here somewhere, but that's okay. Oh, wait. Does it give us the date that this was recorded? No! Why should they tell us? Music remixed from the original 35mm film elements in the North Room Zanuck Theater, 20th Century Fox Studios during March and April 1994. All right. I accept that. You know, Nick Redman produced it. John Morgan was the technical consultant. And the score is great. I just love this movie. I'm sorry. It was a fabulous fairy tale sort of film for a kid. And the music added so much to it. It really did. It was a surprise to me to read, about the film back when I was first collecting these scores, that it wasn't very well received and that people thought it was kind of trashy and that it wasn't a really good movie. And I don't know, maybe it wasn't. But if you were a kid, you didn't care. And as an adult, we can appreciate the music that Herman wrote for it entirely apart from the film. So there you have it. A whole bunch of Bernard Herrmanns. We got more coming. So keep on listening, friends.